speaking with Regina Pats General Manager Dale Derkatch after the conclusion of the 2026 WHL trade deadline. Obviously, no movement for the Regina Pats as you elected to stay pat heading into the back half of the 2025-26 season. Just tell us about the days leading up into the trade deadline and what the talks were like for you and why you decided to stand pat with the group moving forward.
Yeah, well, thank you, Dante. There were a lot of talks. I even started a month ago. Usually, teams that were contenders this year and maybe going for, trying to win the championship or a conference were calling, asking for some of our players, usually our older players, that could help them. And I wasn't interested in moving our older guys. And then when we got closer, to the trade deadline, there were a lot of talks of us acquiring maybe an older forward or an older D to help us out. The teams would always want back one of our younger players, and I wasn't interested in trading them as we look to the future. So we were in a tough little spot, but like I said, I had faith in this group. We are in a good position right now to fight with about 4 other teams for a playoff spot, and I think keeping this group together, we can do that.
Yeah, and maybe just kind of piggybacking off that point, Dale, how confident are you in the current roster that you guys have with, of course, 2 exceptional players in Maddox Schultz and Liam Pugh, maybe seeing some younger players currently, going to the next stage of their development in the second half of the season, but also seeing some older players such as McNutt, Brown, and Fawcett continue to play well this season?
Yeah, you've mentioned pretty well all the players that teams were looking for us to maybe give them, our older guys and our good D. And I just couldn't see ourselves trading those guys if we're trying to make the playoffs. I didn't want to take away from the group. I wanted to keep the group like it is. And again, I have faith in the guys that they will all come to play, take a step, and the teams around us. The teams that were kind of in a similar situation that we were making some moves to maybe move some of their older guys away, so they're a little younger today, and hopefully us standing pat will have a good opportunity to fight for one of those playoff spots that are open.
Yeah, there's about 5 teams fighting for the final 2 playoff spots in the Eastern Conference standings as it stands right now. Obviously, yourself, Moose Jaw, Regina, I mentioned obviously the Regina Pats, but also Red Deer in the thick of things as well, the Lethbridge Hurricanes, and obviously don't count out the Swift Current Broncos just yet as well. How exciting is it for you, the coaching staff, to be right in the thick of an exciting playoffs race as you guys play down the stretch?
Yeah, I think that was talked about by Al Millar last year, that there's steps that you take, moving the team along to where you want to get to. And the next step was this year, fighting to make the playoffs, and we're right there. So I think we're moving as you should. I don't think you go from 11th place to first place. It's steps. And I would love to see us get into the playoffs for especially the older guys to show what they can do to maybe get opportunities moving forward, and our younger guys to get some experience that they can carry on to the next stage when we get there.